Deep in the bioluminescent heart of Pandora, there is a rhythm that the Navi call the heartbeat of the world, but they were only seeing half the picture, while the Arda hunted for minerals and the Omaticaya bonded with their banshees anew. Legend was carved into the floating mountains not with a bow, but with a board. They said these peaks were unreachable, that the gravity of the Hallelujah Mountains was meant for gods and giants, but they didn't account for the grit of a skater who sees every vine as a rail and every cliff as a transition. We aren't here to connect to the Tree of Souls. We're here to grind the roots of the world and defy the physics of a foreign moon. From the mind of Sir Skate-A-Lot, witness the ultimate crossover where the spirit of the forest meets the soul of the street. This isn't just a revolution. It's a kickflip over the edge of the universe. Welcome to the new Pandora.
Have you ever wondered what would happen if our world collided with another? Not in a big, scary, world-ending way, but in a small, almost funny way. Imagine this: a skateboard, lost and forgotten, turning up in the middle of the Pandoran jungle. That's exactly what happened to Saik, a young Navi with a restless spirit. One day, while exploring the dense, bioluminescent forest, he stumbled upon a strange object. It was a flat piece of wood with 4 small wheels. He had no idea what it was, but his curiosity was piqued. He nudged it with his foot, and it rolled away. Intrigued, he tried to stand on it, and immediately fell flat on his face. He tried again, and again, and again. Each time, the jungle floor met him with a thud. But Saik wasn't one to give up. He spent days, weeks, practicing in secret. He learned that his long, prehensile tail, which he'd always used for climbing and communicating, was the key. By whipping it back and forth, he could maintain his balance, shifting his center of gravity with a flick. It was like learning to walk all over again, but way more fun. Soon, the forest floor wasn't enough. Saik took his newfound skill to the massive winding roots of the home tree. He carved and ollied over glowing fungi, his laughter echoing through the giant cavern. He became a blur of blue, a whisper of motion gliding through the heart of his home. The other Na'vi would watch, bewildered and amazed, as he turned their familiar world into his personal skate park. His ambition grew with his skills. He started seeing lines everywhere. He even got bold enough to skate across the broad, armored backs of a herd of hammerhead Titanotheres as they lumbered through the plains. The gentle giants didn't seem to mind, their slow, rhythmic gait providing a moving, challenging surface for Saik to conquer. He would leap from one to another, a daring dance between rider and beast. But one sight captured his imagination above all else: the Hallelujah Mountains. Those massive floating islands of rock, draped in vines and waterfalls, hanging in the sky like a dare from Awa herself. He dreamt of it, the ultimate ride, skating down the sheer, vine-covered cliffs from one floating mountain to the next. The clan elders warned him against it. It is foolish, Saik. The Great Mother does not offer the sky for your games. They saw it as disrespectful, a dangerous stunt that tempted fate. They feared for him, for the traditions he seemed to be skating away from. But the call of the mountains was too strong. One misty morning, he climbed to the highest peak he could reach. He looked down, his heart pounding a rhythm that matched the hum of the jungle. This wasn't just about a trick. It was about proving something to himself, to his people. It was about showing them that new ways could exist alongside the old. He took a deep breath, pushed off, and dropped in. The wind roared in his ears. He wasn't just falling, he was flying. He used every ounce of his skill, his tail whipping like a rudder, guiding him down the vertical rock face. He ground on thick vines, launched off ledges, and landed on the next floating island below. perfect, seamless transfer. He was one with the board, one with the mountain, one with the sky. When he finally rolled to a stop at the base of the mountain range, breathless and exhilarated, he looked up to see his entire clan gathered, their faces a mixture of shock and awe. The elders, who had been the most vocal in their disapproval, were silent. They had witnessed not an act of defiance, but an act of incredible grace and courage. Saik hadn't just conquered the mountains. He had won their respect. He became a legend, the skater of the sky, a symbol of how courage and a little bit of craziness can create something beautiful and new. He showed them that even in a world as ancient and sacred as Pandora, there's always room for a new kind of ride. What do you think? What other modern object would be amazing to see in the world of Pandora? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this. See you next time.